Hello, my name is Springett. I'm a Buddhist teacher and a fully qualified psychotherapist. And in this video I would like to talk to you about my new book, which is called 7 Golden Keys for Love, Success and Happiness. Buddhist advice for creating the life that you really want. So I just want to tell you a little bit what I've written in this book. I have described 7 golden keys which hopefully unlock this wonderful life that everybody is wishing for and helps people to overcome all the problems that they might have. And I just want to go through these golden keys just a little bit so that you get an idea what this book is all about. So the first golden key is called "You are divine in your essence." Now this golden key is about the Buddhist message that we have inside of us a wonderful divine nature, or Buddha nature as they call it, which is pure, which is perfect, which is happy, which is very loving and very wise. And the teachings say that that divine nature is already in us, and that our problems and weaknesses are simply covering up this wonderful goodness that we have within us. And I want to describe a little bit in this chapter what that divine nature or Buddha nature, what it is, and how we can access it, and what kind of role the ego plays in this process. And normally the ego is vilified and say the ego is the source of all our problems, but this is not exactly how we see it in Buddhism, because there are good qualities and negative qualities of the ego. The negative qualities, of course, take us away from our divine nature, but our good qualities, which everybody already has at this very moment, we can use to come nearer to our divine nature and help to find it within us and experience it. And so this is not always easy to understand what parts of our egos are actually helpful and which parts of the ego are difficult and we should kind of leave behind. And so we go into an exploration of that, and that will help us to kind of get more quickly access to our divine nature. The golden key number 2 is called "There's always help from your higher power." And here we go into an exploration that what the higher power is from a Tibetan Buddhist point of view, what it is not, how it compares with Christianity, for example, what qualities this higher power has, how we can make more contact with it, how we can open up to it, and what kind of role a spiritual teacher plays in this process. And there's a lot of misunderstandings about is a spiritual teacher really necessary? Do we have to completely surrender to a spiritual teacher in blind devotion, or is this actually should we approach a spiritual teacher from a more responsible attitude, and how that attitude may look like, and how best to relate to a spiritual teacher and to get the best out of this relationship. So that is what all the golden key number 2 is about. Golden key number 3 is called "As you sow, you will reap," and it is all about the law of karma. Now again, there's a lot of misperceptions about what the law of karma really is. Is it a form of divine punishment? Do we always get back exactly what we give to a situation? How come that we suddenly experience something really bad, seemingly out of the blue? And why is that karma, and how does that work over several lifetimes? And we discuss whether karma is a form of punishment, or and what it really is, and most importantly also how we can dissolve negative karma. So if we feel, yes, we have some negative karma in our life, and most people do, then the next question is, of course, how can we dissolve it? And I will also show you an amazing way of, genuine Buddhist way of accumulating a lot of positive karma in a very short time. So the golden key number 4 is called gratefulness is the starting point. In this golden key I will discuss how gratefulness is really the best form of positive thinking there is. There is forms of positive thinking which are not healthy because there are some sort of forced positivity which negates suffering and actually makes people more uncompassionate also to the suffering of others, because it's always like positive, a little bit like a hammer, and that is a form of positivity that is actually detrimental. But gratefulness is not detrimental. It comes from the heart, and I will discuss in very much detail how we can use gratefulness, a gratefulness attitude, and cultivate it and apply it to everything in our life. Obviously to the good things that's easy to be grateful about, but also about the things that we take for granted maybe, and then even more importantly to the things that we've feel actually quite bad about, and then to have a grateful attitude towards these things which are genuine and not some sort of false positivity. And if we can cultivate this form of gratefulness, then our life will very much transform. It's a very, very powerful attitude. The next golden key number 5, is called commitment is the gateway. So we're discussing what commitment is, how it can help us, and how commitment is really the key to success and also the key to loving relationship. And then the question is, how can we actually strengthen our ability to commit? How can we stop ourselves to destroy our lives through broken commitments, broken promises, and without, in a way, trampling all over ourselves, be true to ourselves and be committed at the same time, which is a kind of skill, but it's doable, and I will show you how to do that. And then golden key number 6 is called happiness is the way. And here I will show you how to tune directly and instantaneously into your own divine nature. And I can tell you already now that everybody can do that. It is, even though it sounds like a very advanced practice, it is very doable. And if you're shown how to do it, if somebody comes and says, look here, that's what you focus on, focus more here, disregard that, and then you can learn to see or to feel or experience your divine nature, your Buddha nature right now through reading this book, and which is the most liberating thing anybody can experience. And then we come to golden key number 7, which is called love is the final destination. So it is very important that we never forget that despite all the bliss and happiness we might experience in our divine nature, the decisive point is that we use this happiness to benefit others, that we make love and compassion the center point of our lives, and only then will we find final satisfaction and the final feeling of having arrived where we always wanted to be. We will also discuss what forgiveness is, how you can have genuine forgiveness without, in a way, pushing yourself to forgive, how you can experience more compassion for yourself, for others, particularly for those people who get on your nerves normally, and how love is different from attachment, so particularly in romantic relationship, that's very important to distinguish those two. And in that way, when we bring all those 7 keys together, I hope I will show you a way to experience a life that is, well, what you really want. So I hope I whetted your appetite to read this book. You can see there's a link here where you can go to my website and download the book, but the book is also available as paperback and ebook from all the Amazon sites. And yeah, I hope you will like this, and it would be nice if you could like the video and share it, and also subscribe to my channel. I think the link is up here. And yes, thank you for listening.